As the 10th year anniversary of 9/11 approaches, a picture seared in the nation's memory. President Bush at Ground Zero 3 days after the attacks, a bullhorn in one hand, the other draped around firefighter Bob Beckwith. Well, today, the two men reunited, 10 years older, standing much as they did on that day. And ABC's David Muir has been following survivors who escaped the burning towers because we wondered, what did they learn? Did it change their lives forever? And if they went back to Ground Zero, what would they see today?
It was a morning just like this one, and Florence Jones was heading to work.
This is where you always have breakfast.
A few steps further, and those firefighters.
Every morning there was always 2-3 guys there.
And every day she'd say good morning, but that morning would soon be different.
I can remember saying distinctly, what a beautiful day this started off to be, and it descended into hell on earth.
Florence was on the 78th floor of the South Tower, a manager. The North Tower had been hit. And this is what she told us on the first anniversary.
To see these young people doing the sign of the cross and jumping, you were like, oh my God. It's got to be awful up there for people to make that choice to want to jump and know that you're going to die. And you can't pull your eyes away, as much as you'd like to, just out of sheer dignity for them.
Florence rushed from the 78th floor down to the 77th.
And I could not figure out, on a bright, sunny, cloudless day, what this black thing was that was approaching the building.
It was the second plane coming, crashing into the floor she had just left. Of the last 25 people out of the South Tower, she was number 18. 10 years later, she had not been inside Ground Zero until she went with us. The giant craters left from the towers, now reflecting pools.
Wow.
10 years later, she still carries that searing image, but she also carries a profound respect for the choice they made that day.
I thought they were just very brave people to jump. I thought that was just an honorable way to go.
When we first met Florence after 9/11, she also spoke of the firefighters' faces going up those stairs as she went down. And then the towers falling. But a tiny miracle that day on Stairwell B, the North Tower, the flight of stairs still somehow standing. Captain Jay Jonas and his men inside that stairwell.
I get choked up every time I talk about this, but I remember Cliff Stapner in particular getting on the radio and saying, "We're coming for you, brother. We're coming for you."
Today, those words still replaying in his mind.
You knew the Army of the New York Fire Department was coming for you.
Yeah, they were. The troops were coming.
10 years later, and 2 promotions, Deputy Chief Jonas now, still remembering those men who walked through those doors and climbed those stairs so Florence Jones could climb down them. All these years, she kept her shoes tucked away in a plastic box.
And they still had the debris on them.
On the very bottom, and when you flip them over, there's debris from my floor.
She has now donated them and her dress to the museum here. And Deputy Chief Jonas, remembering every day the men lost, that's why he's never walked away.
I wanted to be a fireman since I was a little kid, and this is, other than playing center field for the Yankees, this is the only job I ever wanted.
Still time for the Yankees.
Still time.